Have you ever made a key lime pie before and you think it's too hard? I'm gonna tell you what, stick around. It is not hard at all to make. For the key lime pie crust, you wanna have your oven preheating to 375 degrees. And while that's happening, we're gonna start making the crust. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of finely crushed up graham crackers, 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Mix that all up. And then to all that, we're going to do 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Get everything very well incorporated. I already melted my butter on the stove. You know me, trying to get things done. So we're gonna go ahead and stir all this in. When it looks like this, I want you to go ahead and throw it into your pie dish. Mine's 9.5 inches, and it'll be perfect for it. So just dump everything in there, and then you have to press it out to make your crust. And I know what you were thinking. Yes, your girl's already gloved up. So let's press it down. Make it as even as possible. And you do want to go up your sides. The instructions for the key lime pie will be down in the description. I know that my oven is ready, so let's go ahead and throw it in. You're going to bake your crust at 375 degrees for 7 minutes. While our crust is in the oven getting toasty, we're gonna go ahead and zest up some key limes. You need a zest of 4 key limes. Oh, you know what? I think our crust is ready. This is what we want it to look like. It should be nice and toasty. You wanna set it aside for 30 minutes before we put the filling in. It is very crucial you do so. So let's set it on top of the stove. While the crust is cooling, turn down the oven to 350 degrees to get ready for the pie. In the meantime, we're gonna get back to zesting. Grab your key limes, remember 4 of them, you need to zest. If you have regular limes, you only need to zest 2 of them because they're going to be a lot bigger. These things are tiny, it's gonna be tedious. It's very important you don't get into the whites too much because it's going to get kind of gross. I think it's bitter. I zested those 4 limes. That was ridiculous, but we did it. I also added in 2 more from there because it just didn't look like a lot of zest, so I improvised and did 2 more. So let's get to making the filling. You need 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk because you need a total of 28 ounces. To this, you need a 1/2 cup of light sour cream. Next is 3/4 of a cup of key lime juice. Now, according to the recipe, they said that this one right here, which I'll put in the description, is supposed to be the best one. This is Nelly and Joe's famous Key West lime juice from concentrate. So this one's supposed to be the best one. I did find it at my local grocery store here, so I believe that you should be able to find it too. So let's add that in. And last, but certainly not least, where all of our hard time was spent, is the zest. So get the zest in. All of it. We want all of the zest. Get it zesty. And then you mix it all together with a whisk. So basically, you whisk it together. You want it to get nice and creamy, no lumps. Nobody likes a lumpy pie. Look at that, already. That was super easy. All right, now we just have to wait the remainder of our few minutes left after our 30 so that we can fill the pie up and pop her in the oven. Now that we've waited our 30 minutes for our pie crust to cool down, let's go ahead and add our filling in. A delicious filling, that is. So let's go ahead and put it in. Smooth it out. You want your pie to look pretty. Remember, everybody eats with their eyes. This goes in your heated 350 degree oven for 10 minutes. So let's pop this in. The pie is completed. It just came out of the oven. It looks beautiful. We must let it cool down on the counter before we put it in the refrigerator. You don't want to stick it in there too soon, so allow it to cool. Get all nice and cooled down before we stick her in the fridge. She needs to sit in there for about 3 to 4 hours. Longer is always fine. And then we can put some whipped topping on top of her. And I'll show you how to make that too. So just set it aside until you're ready for pie. We're gonna make the whipped cream for the key lime pie. I did put my bowl in the freezer so that way it got extra cold because that's gonna make a really good whipped cream. We're gonna do a stabilized whipped cream to ensure that it holds its shape for the pie since I am taking it to another location. You're gonna need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Make sure it's cold. I just took it out of the refrigerator. To that, you're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. That's what's gonna stabilize it. We do 1/4 of a cup, darn things, 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. And then last but certainly not least, you need about 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and I always use vanilla paste, so we're just gonna throw that in. Perfect. Actually, I think I'm gonna do just a tiny little blob more. There we go. That's to my liking. And then we're gonna mix it all up. And just like that, we have made a whipped cream. Look at that. I gotta grab my pie and then we'll start making it look pretty. I decided at the last second, I'm gonna fill a pastry bag and we're gonna make this look real pretty. So I always just grab my Featherlight bags that are reusable after I wash them. Oops, like this. I have my big tip on there because I wanna do a big one. And you just roll it over the glass. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to fill a pastry bag by yourself. It is hard. Grab your the whipped cream we just made and fill your bag up. If you don't have a pastry bag, you know what you can use? A Ziploc bag. Works the same. Might have overfilled it. You know, I like to do that. Ooh, shake it all down there. Let's give that a whirl. You guys, that's good. Want some good cream. Here's the pie. Now let's make our pretty swirlies on it. You're gonna shake it down in there. Oops, see, it's already starting to come out. Perfect. Light pressure, and you wanna do a little whoop. They're not necessarily all the way even, but you know what? It'll work. And I want to do a nice dollop in the middle. Like so. I might just go in between and just dollop all the way around. I have enough. Let's do that. And it's okay to change your mind at the last minute. What I'm going to do for a finishing touch is put a little bit of zest on top. So we're going to take our box grater. Whoosh, remember, don't get the white pits. We're just doing it to give it a little bit of color, a little pizzazz. I don't want to make it too busy. I think that's it. This is going to be perfect. This is the time that we've all been waiting for. I'm going to go ahead and try the pie. I have kind of distanced myself from the party. I wanted to step back. I got a little loud, but let's go ahead and dig on in because I cannot wait, and I'm pretty sure everybody loved it. This is a showstopper right here. It's got the tartness, the sweetness, the creaminess. It's everything you want in a key lime pie. I tell you what, for my first time making it, I 100% nailed it. It is super easy. I want you to go ahead and make it and then tell me how it worked out for you. Guys, I got to get back to this party and see how everybody else is doing because this pie, it's going to change lives. So go ahead and try it. All right, now have a great day. I'm going to go. Bye.